Hey, Peter, did Candace call you and tell you you're going to the big drink?
Hey, Peter, you're going to the Sergeant Mitchell in the flesh.
You fucked up my face. Welcome to the podcast where we talk about anything, everything that comes out of Crap Chute. I'm your host, JD. This is my co-host,
Sergeant Mitchell.
James.
You have permission to die.
I call him James. Everyone else calls him Jimmy. It just works like that. A lot of things have happened this week,
weird.
James.
Down at Black Mesa, a lot of things have happened this week.
Yeah. So, you told me, a little birdie told me that...
a little birdie named Sergeant Mitchell.
Sergeant Mitchell.
Sergeant Mitchell.
You told me that there was going to be a Hunt Down the Freeman remake?
No, sorry, JD. Not that there is... not that it's coming out. It has come out, and they're still adding revisions to it.
Oh, so it's already out?
Yeah, so some fans made a kind of revision version of Hunt Down the Freeman.
Yeah.
It's like called because I know Black Mesa, the fucking location for like Half-Life and stuff, like originally, which is like where some of this game takes place and stuff.
Yeah.
Hunt Down the Freeman. It's named after one of the creators, so they called this new version of it like the Mesa update or something.
Okay.
And it fixes like a bunch of problems where like the levels are just like, hey, you know how you just like kind of stand in this spot and kill things until like you gotta leave?
Yeah.
No longer the thing. They've actually made it streamlined. They've actually made a point to most of the levels.
My boy, look at how they massacred my boy.
They fixed a bunch of like glitch. Well, not all, but like a bunch of them because they're still working through it. They're also adding new cutscenes to help like describe stuff.
Oh, I should probably mention this, but if you're a viewer, because I guess we get viewers now, James. Remember when we didn't have viewers?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've always watched.
There's been a large stretch of time where the only viewers of the Crab Shoe was you and me. And then it lost me.
And
like I stopped watching it.
Don't forget Fortnite, our most
Fortnite was there for like 2 videos.
I think he was only there for 1 video.
He was there for one that we know of.
We've carried him through.
Know of.
Listen, he could be subscribed.
He could be. I wouldn't know. I don't know my I don't know all my subscribers.
Fan. Number one gives
Either way,
works enjoyed.
Hunt Down the Freeman is it's a fan game, a fan-made game,
a Half-Life fan
set in the Half-Life universe, right?
Yeah, it takes place during the events of Half-Life 1 and then like a little bit of Half-Life 2. But it doesn't make sense if you really think about the timeline.
We did a playthrough of it on this channel.
We did.
Yeah, it was like near the beginning of the channel,
hey, JD,
actually.
There was a tutorial to that game, by the way, and we never played that.
What? There was a tutorial?
There was a tutorial, and
I remembered a tutorial.
We had no clue. That's where it teaches you like the parkour and like what your buttons are and stuff.
Oh, I see.
But it's also a ripoff of a Half-Life DLC for the first game. It's literally just a ripoff of that. It's like straight, like not even joking. It like literally straight up just rips the exact scene.
Yeah, so if you don't know what we're talking about, you can go watch our playthrough of Hunt Down the Freeman.
Yeah,
so it was a good playthrough. It was fun.
It's where some of our favorite jokes come from.
You know, being Todd Howard from Bethesda.
Howard. He
16 times the detail.
Todd Howard. It can't be a mistake. It has to be intentional.
Also, still had one of the best finales for a playthrough ever.
I learned that there were 3 endings to the game as well. That's something I didn't know before.
Oh, not just 2?
Not just 2, because there's like the death one.
Oh, whole
there's
3
2 different versions of the death ending.
Ah, I see.
There's one where you end up in a train car full of Gordon Freemans, and that's where the gif of him going, "What the fuck?" comes from.
Oh, really?
It's also,
I was about to say, like, I don't remember seeing a scene where he was like, "What the fuck?"
You need to add the way he says "what the fuck." By the way, it needs to be added to your soundboard.
What?
It's so good. He's like, "What the fuck? But there's like reverb on it and stuff.
As if he's standing in a train car full of Gordon Freemans.
It's literally that. And then he just sits down and that's like, oh yeah, he died and he went to the afterlife, I guess.
Yeah, it's an afterlife. It's purgatory.
And then, yeah, you know, purgatory with like 5 Gordon Freemans.
Sixth ring of hell.
And then another ending, you end up in a train car again, but you end up with a character from the first game, and this is supposed to be the reveal of who Mitchell actually is.
Todd Howard.
No, he's the brother of the character from that DLC I mentioned.
Awesome.
And it's like nobody gives a shit because it's so nothing. There's no setup.
There's no
setup at all.
When you told me to play the game, I haven't even played Half-Life, and I also have never watched like a playthrough of Half-Life, so I didn't know anything about it. So I played Hunt Down the Freeman before I played Half-Life. I still haven't played Half-Life. Universe. Well, I think it's an interesting concept, but the execution is just terrible.
It really is, honestly. I think because you're supposed to be playing as a villain. That's like the whole point of Hunt Down the Freeman, is that Freeman is this like heroic character.
It doesn't really feel like that though.
And in spoiler alert for the first game, Sergeant Mitchell is part of a group called the HECU, the Hazardous Environment Containment Unit. They're like a special forces branch of the military and stuff.
Ah, it's like the SCP, huh?
Yeah, you know what? That's actually a good comparison.
SCP Foundation,
Half-Life's version of SCP. And they're in the first game, they just kill everybody. Like they're just supposed to go there, like help contain like the aliens that are invading.
That sounds awesome.
But then they just start killing all the scientists and stuff. And so when you are introduced as a soldier with the HECU, you are already a bad guy, as you were just there to kill people. Ah. And then it's like, I don't know. It's a lot of stuff that it's a lot of stuff that could have been really good. And I'm not saying that like I do want to make a remake of this in some sort of way.
No, wait, actually, you should play the remake, and I'm the one who can co-commentate like the second one.
I'm down for that. Since
I was the one who played the first, like the original Hunt Down the Freeman, you could play the new remake, and I'll co-commentate it.
I'm down for that. I just I'll have to like figure out how to get those like characters set up, so like bobbing up and down.
I mean, you don't have to. It'll probably be in your style.
Oh, you want me to? Are we uploading it to my channel, or are we uploading it to yours?
Sure. I mean, this channel is basically just a podcast now with some sprinkled in gameplay.
Intermediate video games.
Yeah, it's just some sprinkle in gameplay, and then if you head to the beginnings of my channel, there's a hentai video I made and still monetized and not.
Yeah, you know those are up there.
It's not monetized, but it's still catching me some views. So, thank you everyone from like the Philippines who still watch that video. Yeah, I know where you guys come from.
Hey, you guys stole my Netflix login. And my father blamed my friend for it.
Hey, you guys scammed my grandma the other day, and I didn't appreciate that very much.
Hey, wait a minute. Jollibee.
Jollibee?
They're building a Jollibee by us. Have I told you about that?
There was already a Jollibee there, right? Or is,
I mean, yeah, like there's like
near,
literally
you
one
mean like
just
right near us?
It's down like the highway a bit because it's the road I take to work. It's by that Walmart over there.
Yeah.
And I was driving by and then I noticed like the giant Jollibee sign and they're like building a building and stuff.
You know, not to slander Jollibee.
I've never had it.
I've eaten there like once. I remember eating there once when I was a little kid, but I don't remember what it tastes like. But I think I have a vague memory of it tasting like shit.
Static and clay.
Of it tasting like shit. Like it's not good. But I don't even know what I ate there. So, and after that, I never went there again.
I'm gonna go to the new one when they open it up because I'm very curious since I've never had.
You know
it
the old one by the movie theater, like in that area.
Yeah, I mean that one stuck with me because of a very traumatic memory. But yeah, I know that one.
Do you just have a traumatic memory for every fast food place that you go to?
Kind of. This one's
you have one for Jack in the Box. Yeah, you have one for Jollibee.
Yeah, but I feel like Jack in the Box is kind of like just more of a joke one, and this is like a genuine one.
Oh, this is a genuine one.
This is a genuine one where
this is a tear-jerking story.
Yeah, actually,
this one's a non-jape.
This is a character motivation story, kind of.
This was a backstory.
This is backstory for why I do what I do.
For how you became the person that you are.
That's not a joke. Yeah. uh,
You
you
want to
know,
tell me, or is it too dangerous?
I mean, like, if you're fine with it, like, we don't have to keep it in the episode. Like, if you feel like it's too much, we can cut it and stuff. But I'm fine with talking about it. It's been long enough that I'm okay now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we
I
can. If when I finish
I
telling
feel
it,
like
you feel like
when if you'll start to tell a story, you're gonna see you like such a big asshole because you don't have like that Bobby Lee skit. I don't know if you know who Bobby Lee is.
yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
You know
about
that
now.
Bobby Lee skit where he's like,
I know the exact clip you're talking about.
he's like, yeah. Once when I was really young, when I was 9 years old, I was molested by like an autistic person, and then like everyone else on the podcast with him starts laughing. They're like, and he's like, whoa, what the fuck? That's fucked up, dude. Stop doing
But
that.
aren't those people like genuine assholes too? Like, didn't
I don't
that
know. I have
recently
no
come out
idea.
that-
That's the only clip I've ever seen Bobby Lee in, and that's the only reason why I know him is from that.
You know,
clip.
he was at RTX, right?
Was he?
Yeah, him
Is
and
is
Jeff
he a
Ramsey.
rooster teether?
I don't know. Him and Jeff Ramsey apparently
Friends?
did like a no. This was their first time meeting,
Yeah.
and they're doing a podcast together now too. But like, it was like this first meeting. They just like kind of did jokes and stuff on stage just together and everything. And then it's
Oh,
apparently they went and got lunch, and they'd gotten such a heated argument that they agreed to have a podcast together.
to fight it out of the podcast. But anyway,
I
the
don't-
clip is like
Yeah,
he
sorry.
says that and they start laughing and he's like, whoa, that's fucked up. If you laugh again, I'm gonna leave. Like I'm gonna seriously get up and I'm gonna leave out this room. And then everyone's like, okay, I'm sorry. Let me give me a second to get out to you. It's like, okay, you ready? So
And then he's
every day-
laughing too.
every day for summer, and then like the clip cuts to them laughing again. Anyway, okay, now you can tell your your dangerous story.
So I just gone and
Let's get
seen a
dangerous.
movie with my dad and sister and stuff.
Okay.
And during it, I've been getting a lot of like texts and like calls from a friend, and I just didn't understand what was happening because I was like, it was a lot.
Yeah. It's like me with
But,
my aunt right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of yeah. Uh, uh, yeah, I was just getting a lot of calls and texts, and it was also like I know that I should remember what movie it was, and I should remember like the exact date,
Yeah.
but I just don't for some reason, and
Well, it's because it didn't happen. Yeah. It's all in your mind.
don't do this, JD. I've had that thought already.
That thought of
I've
just,
had that nightmare.
this is so crazy. Was it real?
That was a genuine nightmare I had once after this. I'd woken up in like just kind of like in my dream. I woke up and like just all the info was like,
I woke
hey,
up in
yeah,
my
that
dream,
never happened.
trapped in my mind.
That was just us gaslighting you. That didn't happen. And I was like hyperventilating in my dream. I woke up like out of breath, like, what the fuck?
Cold sweat.
It really was.
Okay, so you're getting your texts.
Yeah, I was getting a text, and then we left the movie, and we were going to get lunch. And I remember I'd gotten the text, so I was like texting, calling back my friend, like see what was going up. And my dad was like, "Hey, you guys want to get some Jollibee?" And right as he was saying that, I'd called my friend, and he's like, "Yeah, our other friend, he committed suicide, man." And it caught me so off guard, and it was like just so sudden. I like didn't believe it was true, and like he was telling me about it, and he just kept telling me more and like more, and it just like it slowly started like hitting me. And like I genuinely couldn't breathe. I had to get my dad like to pull the car over in the parking lot. I had to get out of the car, and like I was on the ground like struggling to breathe
Oh,
because
my
it was
God.
it was genuinely like shocking. Like I just didn't like think of it and stuff.
Damn, that is pretty heavy.
And I can't go in that like district anymore sometimes because I'll be like, oh yeah, it's a spot where I found out my friend committed suicide. So yeah, I've never been to Jollibee. Hey guys,
Everyone,
guess why I can't go back to Red Rock.
Well, thanks for sharing that story, James.
Yeah,
No,
man.
I'm not laughing because it's because I'm like laughing at the death. I'm just laughing because it's one of those things where it just hits you out of nowhere.
It really is.
And it's like there's no other reaction other than to laugh. But yeah, that's terrible. That's
Yeah, but I wasn't joking about going to Red Rock. There's a reason I don't go there anymore, other than I just don't like that movie theater.
right.
That's where I found out from another one of my friends that that friend's girlfriend, who I'd known for like over half my life at that point,
Yeah.
she had told everyone after reading the note that he left that he apparently blamed me.
Oh man, that's
So yeah, that's
mm.
pretty wild. I found out in the food court. Panda Express.
Oh my god, dude.
That's also the same food court I sat in so I could avoid watching Ghostbusters with that same friend.
Oh my god.
I didn't want to watch the new Ghostbusters movie, and he was at that movie theater already, so we just sat in the food court, like, talked about shit.
Wow. So yeah, I guess he did because you didn't want to watch Ghostbusters with him, huh?
Yeah. So he was like, damn, gotta tap out.
Yeah, well, you know, if everyone in the audience is struggling with that kind of issue, then obviously
please
we're
tell
not
people,
experts.
like,
You should go get some help.
Like, you don't
There's
have to,
people out
like,
there.
if you are afraid of, like, therapy or afraid of how people act, don't be afraid to
Don't
go
be a
to, like,
fucking pussy. Okay.
uh,
Go get some help.
genuinely go talk to people you can really trust, because I really thought me and my friend were close, so it kind of hurt. But
I mean, sometimes you just don't even really know what someone's thinking even if you're super close with them. But
yeah, I mean, I'm like down the street from JD, and I just know what he's thinking all the time.
Like he doesn't even know that I'm like a mass murderer.
He doesn't know I'm actually not gay.
Gone it away from him. What?
What?
Oh, well, I mean, I won't blame you.
You can tell your mom that she has nothing to worry about.
I won't blame you if you came out to me one day and said that you weren't actually gay. Like
this was all a joke. That's totally for the podcast. Cool,
because it's no longer Pride Month, so it's okay.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's August now.
Let me go draw my character wearing the straight flag.
Well, actually, this should be my birthday episode, because it's like as close to my birthday as possible.
Yeah, we're 4 days out. You
have something to say to me, James?
I blame you.
Well, you know what, James? I blame you too.
Birthday.
I'll take out my. Well, James.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you. That's it's what 4 days out from my birthday.
I hope you know that
I am actually dreading that day.
On the 23rd, I'm going to be outside your house with something, a little gift for you.
I'm going to be dreading that day because
I think you're going to love
that's the same day that my aunt is going to be taking me out to eat somewhere.
Oh man, can't wait to meet your aunt.
I'm kind of dreadful. Well, I think you'll like her, and then she'll like you until she finds out a certain aspect of you that maybe most of my family members would also don't like. So
I'm just gonna let you know this. The gift I'm getting you comes in many colors. There is a gay version, and I am very tempted to get you it.
You can get me whatever version you want because it's going straight into the garbage.
JD, I don't think you're going to throw this away. I'm going to be honest with you, pal.
Yeah. Is it that I'm not going to throw it away, or is it that I can't throw it away?
Well, a little bit of both, because it's kind of a hazard if you
if I just randomly try to dispose of it, it's a hazard.
You gotta like properly dispose of it. It's
You're
like
gifting me a hazard, a potential hazard.
I mean, aren't all things hazards?
Like what?
Like me.
Like monkeypox. Like, for example.
Yeah, we're both talking about the same figure.
Yeah. I mean, they're the same thing my mother's on.
I mean, my father's starting to look at pictures of monkeypox most extreme cases and be like, that's the standard for gay people.
That looks like real gay people to me.
Or is that an Oriental gay?
Hey, James, your Oriental friend, he's not gay, is he? You're gonna need to stop seeing him if he is, okay? For your safety, okay? Listen, I'm just worried about you.
Listen,
you know me.
Listen.
Come here, sit next to me. Let us watch Riverdale together, okay? Let me tell you something.
Riverdale. I brought that up to him, that he had that reaction.
Yeah.
And his response is, Jim, you hold these grudges. Anytime I ever fucking bring Anytime I ever bring up something from the past that like I think about, she's like, "You hold these grudges against me." I'm like, this isn't a grudge; it's
James,
just a weird
I feel like
reaction.
every time your father talks to you, he just speaks in like anime quotes like, James, Jim, you hold these grudges. It's not my fault that I had to kill our entire clan, okay? They were
Have I?
corrupt.
He does say clan. He calls us the
What?
clan.
Clan? He actually says
Clan
that?
Redenzic.
Like Clash of Clan?
Like we're a tribe. He calls himself Daid. Like instead of dad, he calls himself Daid of Clan Redenzic.
Daid? It's Daid, wife of Daid.
Daid Nova.
That's pretty funny. But yeah.
Dude, the straight flag is so boring.
What? There's a straight flag?
Yeah, I'm looking for straight pride like flags. And
Yeah.
there it's either black and white stripes.
Uh-huh.
It's black and white stripes, but with like a rainbow arrow. But that's
Yeah.
for the straight allies only. And then there's like one that I could have sworn is just genuinely a gay flag, but apparently it's a straight flag.
Oh.
Like this looks like a pride flag, but it's the straight flag. And I just don't believe that. I believe that they really want this to...
Well, and a flag's just a flag, James. You know, at the end of the day, it's just
That looks like a gay flag, though.
it's just a piece of cloth.
Look at it.
It's just a. Oh, you know what? I see it.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, that's like that's like what I would imagine like a memer would make. Like, imagine there's a straight flag. What would it look like? It would look like that. With that picture you just sent me.
I got a picture of two bald white men holding it.
And yes, I'm not going to describe what it looks like, even though we're on a non-video podcast.
So it's half blue, half pink, but the line isn't going through like the exact corners of it. It's like just slightly off, so it's kind of annoying. Mm-hmm. And then it's the male and female symbols, but they're both yellow, and it still kind of looks a bit holy-ish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Also, it looks like somebody's asshole just spread.
Dude, it looks like someone just spread some cake there in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of, I don't like it now that I'm thinking about it. I just don't like that the line going through the middle of both the colors.
Yeah, well, I like it. And what's the difference? I like it, and what's the difference between us, James?
Well,
this is my flag that you don't like, James. Come on. Have I said that I don't like your flag?
You know what, JD, you're right. I should really put this flag on your character.
Yeah, just
you know how I get
if you just take out, if you like cut out like a circle version of this and then plop it on like the center of my chest, I'd be like superhero.
To replace the JD.
Yeah. The cake spreading superhero.
Which isn't even correct anymore because I don't have the original version of it. It's literally been so long that I actually drew over and saved it.
You know, actually, James, when you sent me $100, I thought that was like my birthday gift. I was not gonna lie. I was be like, oh yeah, nice. You got $100 for my birthday.
Who says
Great.
It isn't, JD?
I mean, is it? I'll take it.
Yeah, I am.
Well, I mean, I guess technically it's mine now, but
take it. What are you gonna do? Refund it? It's gonna show my door.
I can't even. I don't think I can even do that. You know what, James? When you swing by to drop off that potentially hazard present, I'm gonna give you how. I'm gonna give you the traditional Chinese way of gifting another person a present. How about that?
You're gonna give me back what I gave you.
I'm gonna give you a red envelope full of something.
I hope you know that when I gift you the thing I'm giving you, I'm gonna have a little sticker on the back of it that says flight risk.
Flight risk? Like I can't bring it onto airplanes?
Yeah, man.
Would I get arrested if I were to bring your present into the airport?
No, but I don't think they would let you in because, you know,
yeah,
it just goes against some rules.
Is it a piece of clothing?
I mean, if you're daring enough.
Like if I was wearing it, they wouldn't let me into the airport?
I mean, if you were wearing it, I'd be very concerned.
Okay. You know, I'd probably be lying.
I was going to send you so many gifts that would have given it away, and I just had to stop myself.
So it's multiple. It's multiple of one thing.
No, it's one of one thing, but like I was gonna send you a bunch of gifs of a guy, you know, the guy with it, and I was like, no, he'd
No,
know, I
no, 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 no,
can't.
no. I can't do that.
Yeah, I was like, I can't spoil it. It's too soon.
I see.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, either way, happy birthday to me. I'm legal age now.
Oh, thank you, man.
I'm 21. I can say that probably and be fine. I mean, everyone knows that
No,
I'm
you're
21.
actually only 12.
Everyone always questions me.
Ding.
Everyone always questions me why I, a 21-year-old, am doing a podcast with someone who's over 50. But I counter that boomers are sometimes hilarious. And you know what? Maybe you should try talking to some boomers sometimes. Because they're
Yeah, I
funnier
already
than
do
you
that too
think.
much at work.
And you love it. So,
No, no.
well, I mean, boomers don't like other boomers. So that's just how it is.
They were adding a new addition to our shop at work, like a new thing for us,
Like
and
a
it was
new thing. What thing?
it. So we have like a bunch of signs, and we have a bunch of signs under our table
Uh-huh.
that we work at, but we had to move those signs because like they weren't doing anything, and they're just like kind of in the way.
Sure.
So they'd spread those signs like all throughout the warehouse for the moment, and then they moved it back into our shop. But then they built a shelf to put it all in,
Mm-hmm.
and they were having a fit. Like one of my coworkers and my boss, like my boss had drew up the design for it and like helped them build it and stuff, and was helping with the process. And then like my coworker was having a fucking fit over it because it's not how he wants it, but it's like, yeah, but
Yeah.
like we could just change it. we just add
Whoa,
stuff to
but
it.
don't tell him that. Just to mess
And he's
with
having
him.
a fucking tantrum. He's like, no, it's not the way I want it. It's not the way I want it. It's like nobody gives a shit. But he's
How
like,
is this
he's
not
so,
what I like?
yeah, but he's so proud of himself for like having this tantrum in front of everybody
Yeah.
that like the moment the boss leaves, he just like keeps telling people about it. He's like, Did you see that? Did you see how I acted? Did you see how I upset him?" It's like the only person upset was you. Just had a fucking full on tantrum in front of most of the people that work here, and you're like, "You see how cool I was?" Like, no,
Listen,
you
James,
weren't.
if you were to say that they were man children, I wouldn't believe you. Okay. So let's move
If
on
I
to
were
the
to tell
next.
you that they were man children, you'd be like, "I can see it."
You're like, no, I think you're projecting, James.
You're telling me a bunch of white bald men
I think that you're projecting.
who definitely don't
Wait,
have ego
this episode is
problems.
supposed to be you talking about your LA trip. I
Yeah,
just
so I
remember
went to
that.
Los Angeles, and
Yeah, how
first
was
things
that?
first, I stayed in a murder room.
Oh, right. You sent me. You stayed at a pretty sussy hotel room.
So the last time I went to LA for a trip was many years ago, and I could tell you the exact day because I remember the news article and everybody in the car talking about it.
Yeah.
Paris had been attacked by ISIS.
Paris?
Paris,
Wait, when was
France,
that?
years upon years ago. I think it was
Okay.
like freshman year for us.
Oh, yeah. I'm not
Because
really in
like
tune with the news, so.
I remember ever since freshman year on, I saw the
Paris, getting Uisa.
Paris strong, like pray for Paris, like flags and like
Oh, right. The pray
posters
for
around
whatever.
school.
Dude,
Yeah.
whenever I see something like pray for this, it just reminds me of my aunt. But yeah, that's what she says for like everything.
Pray for the gays.
Pray for me.
So they'll be
No, no, don't
straight.
pray for those. Don't pray for those.
No, no,
Those
straight.
things. Those
So they'll-
things that carry monkey.
Hellfire shall consume them all.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was the last time I was in LA, and the room I stayed in, I called the perfect view to watch Bruce Wayne's parents get killed because the alleyway that my window looked out into
Yeah.
literally looked like the alley that every time Bruce Wayne's parents get killed, they depicted in.
Hmm. Well,
It's so horrific looking. Like if I
Oh.
looked out, I'd just see a serial killer standing there. I'd be like, yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know why it is, but in all the hotel rooms I've ever stayed in from all of my travels, which I've actually traveled a lot compared to someone our age, but I traveled a lot, and I've got to say California hotel rooms are probably one of the worst ones. And I've stayed in like rooms in China, like in sketchy
gonna lie.
areas in China.
You're
So
absolutely right.
it's always just in California. I don't know why.
I
Like I went to San Francisco, and their hotel rooms. Woo, let me tell you, those were some sus times.
Let me tell you about the murder room.
A lot of yeah. What about the murder room?
I didn't feel safe for a second.
Is that the title of this episode? The murder room?
The murder room. Man, it's gonna feel so weird if you listen to this full episode. You're like, man, they're talking about some weird topics. Is this
Man,
the
they're talking
murder
about
room?
some really heavy stuff. Is this really the murder
Is
room?
the murder room?
The
Is this what they mean by the murder room? They're murdering
with
the
murder
mood?
room?
Oh no, they're just talking about a weird hotel room that he stayed in for 2 nights.
I think it was a bit more than weird.
Yeah, it was just that the first thing I noticed when I entered the room is that there was a blood stain on the roof.
Yeah.
There was a tape over the eye like hole of the door,
Mm-hmm.
but it was like folded in such a way that it'd be easy to grab and peel back so you can look through and then cover up.
Yeah.
When you open the window, you can see that there's barbed wire on the fence, but specifically at my window, it's flattened down so people can climb over it easier.
Cool.
Um,
It's just to keep off the birds, really.
just keep the birds off, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's why it's flattened down.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, there was weird etching at the top of the mirror.
What kind of etching is it? Like words, or is it just
It was a series of letters that weren't like broken into words. It was just a series of letters
that, when said out loud, is maybe a racial slur?
that, when said out loud, did transfer me to the dimension they call hell, but is not actually hell. It's just a world like it.
That turned the mirror into a portal into another dimension they may or may not have called Narnia.
There were more blood stains. There was a bloody thumbprint on the
Did they just not clean their hotel room?
I don't know, man, because like I was like, wow,
it's hard to
really
imagine that whoever they hired to clean the room would walk in there and not see that stuff.
They really resupplied all the soaps and toilet paper and really tucked in tight this bed. But I can't just help but not see all the blood.
But this room is just caked in blood.
It's just there's so much blood.
The man is these bed sheets tight as hell. And whoo, this shampoo smells good, but man, it's just so much blood just everywhere.
There's just so much blood. I was so I didn't remove the bed sheets, by the way, because I was like, I'm 100% convinced that if I look under the bed sheet, I'm gonna see like an old blood stain.
Oh, you won't like the mattress.
No, I slept on the bed. I just didn't remove the bed sheet.
Yeah.
There was like a splattering of blood at the bottom of like this drawer that I had in there. That like at the top of it was the bloody thumbprint that was like very firmly pressed in there. In the corner there was, not in the corner, but on the floor there are several burned out marks that when my brother came in the room, he's like, oh, that's probably where more blood was on the carpet, and it was just easier for them to remove it than like clean it. So there were like 8 different spots on the floor in like one area that were burned out.
I'd like to think that there was nothing that sketchy that happened there, and all that happened was like some dude had a really bad nosebleed or something.
I was just gonna like I don't know what the fuck is going on in this room, but there were so many fucking little things that I kept finding more and more of. In the ceiling, there's a repaired hole that looked like a
there was
bullet
a severed arm there was a severed arm behind the bed frame when I looked under there.
Oh my god, I never looked behind the bed frame.
Oof.
I thankfully I felt the one thing that made me feel safe is that there was no like empty area under the bed. It was just like solid wood.
Ignorance is bliss.
So it was like, oh cool, fuck yeah, nobody's like hiding under the bed still in this fucking room. Like the one thing that made me
no
feel
homeless
safe.
person is squatting in this room by hiding under the bed.
I mean, yeah. There were several appliances that you could tell were just newly added in because there was like several layers of like repainted over, but it just wasn't even. It was just fucking weird, man.
Damn, that sounds bad.
The thing is, I chose this room. I was given 2 options, and I chose this room.
You chose that one? Was the other one just worse? Or?
I went into the other one. It was a normal room, but like my brother, he bought the hotel, and he's like, "Okay, which room do you want?" And I'm like, "I'll take this one because I don't want to look at the parking lot." I was just like, "I don't want to look at the parking lot."
Oh, famous last words. I don't want to look at the parking lot.
And then
No, 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 no,
in his
no.
room. I didn't even look at the room before it shows. I just said, I don't want to see the parking lot. I'll take this one.
You know, like I said, James, a habit of choosing the worst possible thing on the menu. In this case, it wasn't a restaurant, but a hotel.
We went into a restaurant actually just down the street from the hotel, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the fuck happened at the end when we were leaving, but it kind
It
of
was just covered in blood, just like the hotel
it's just so
room.
much blood. No, there was a on our walk there. I noticed there was a She-Hulk bench,
Awesome.
like because she's a lawyer and how lawyers have like the bench ads and stuff. There was like one for the She-Hulk show, which is actually
Oh,
pretty
like the
funny.
ad. Oh, I see. They did a
Yeah,
little
that's pretty
clever
funny.
thing there.
Yeah, it was a little neat. It was cool. It was just, I couldn't really see because the two men sitting on it were just so fucking intimidating. They were there for like an hour. They
And
never left. They just sat there. But we went to this spot down the street from where we were staying, and near the end when we were leaving, these two guys walked in, and they were dressed really nicely.
like in
Like,
suits.
no, like just they had like really nice shirts. Like it was very like ironed and pressed, and they had like really nice haircuts and stuff.
Oh,
And they looked very like rich and everything. And
okay.
not to shame like the place we were in, but we were in like less than a Roberto's. Like you know
Okay.
what a Roberto's is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it's not even that. It's like a small like kind of mom and pop place essentially. Like as
Mhm.
like singled out as it can be. And there had been several people that came in and out as we were there and stuff because we didn't eat very fast. Also, a very weird fucking show was on.
Yeah. I mean,
But
I'm a pretty slow eater too. I understand.
yeah, we ate pretty slow. We were there for a little bit. A lot of people came in and out and everything. And I happened to notice that the only people that only guy working there had done this for were these two like gentlemen, really nice like clothing and like looked very like rich and everything. He walked up to their table like before
Yeah.
they sat down and cleaned it off, made sure it was all nice and like shine, straightened everything out, like pulled the chairs out for these two guys,
Oh, what a
and like
nice person.
walked up to them and took their order there rather than at the counter.
Oh, what a nice person.
And it was like just I was just like looking because there's a giant mirror that we are faced against. So I'm just like looking through the mirror. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
They were just being
are
nice
these
people.
They
The
weren't,
owner is
though.
just the owner is just being a nice person to them. That's all.
Yeah, but not to anybody else, not to the old lady that came in that could like barely move and
Hey,
stuff.
hey, no, no, okay.
And there,
If you took the effort to dress nicely and appeal to the owner's eyes, then maybe he'll return the favor.
there was a third guy they were with.
Just like the new collab for my gotcha game that I play, Full Metal
Fuck up,
Alchemist.
shut the fuck
Full Metal Alchemist.
What?
Yes,
What?
that's the new collab for my gotcha game. As the Full Metal Alchemist people say, law of equivalent exchange. If you want good service, then you better appeal to the owner or whatever.
Yeah,
I bet you just walked in there, fart cloud following behind you, and you sat down
Hey,
and you wanted them
you leave me
to.
alone.
You
I'm
wanted
not-
to. You wanted
I'm
them
not
to
some-
come in there
I'm
and
not some
kiss
Charlie
your feet or
Brown
something.
character. I'm not the Charlie Brown character with their dust cloud that's forever
Oh, yeah.
following them.
The dirty like Charlie
Pig
Brown
Pen
character.
or whatever his name is.
Yeah, the Charlie Brown character who symbolizes my mother's view of gay people.
Oh, that's who they are.
Yeah. I
But
bet
there's
you
this
didn't
third-
know, but there's there's gay representation in Charlie Brown.
Yeah, Charlie.
No, I was talking about the. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. Charlie Brown.
Yeah, okay.
Gay icon. With his
Legendary icon.
dyed yellow straight flag shirt that he always wears.
With his molding head.
Hey, whoa. Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah, but whoa.
Why do shows do that, by the way? They like show like
They
5-year-olds.
just have their their
Yeah,
like
they're just
children bald.
with like
What are you talking about? Caillou, Charlie Brown.
little specks of hair, and it's like they're 5, and it's like, whoa, what the fuck?
I mean, I get if like they're like babies.
That
Babies
one
like don't
kid-
have a lot of hair. But
several characters from Ed, and Eddie are like
Oh, yeah.
that,
yeah,
and they're like in middle school.
yeah. Well, I mean, they're balding in middle school. I mean, were you not balding in middle school, James? I mean,
No, JD, I was bawling my eyes out.
that's the hardest cope I've ever heard.
What?
Is that all you want to talk about? The Roberto's restaurant? Like you?
No, I was bringing up. There was a third guy with them who was not like dressed like them and everything. He was dressed a lot more casually, but he was standing outside the whole time. Like they walked in and he stood at the door, crossed his arms and everything, just like made sure he checked every person that like came in.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what the fuck did we just get stuck in? Like as we're leaving,
You got stuck into a mafia boss deal right there.
I don't know
Mafias.
what it was, but it was weird. Like this was clearly like the bodyguard character for these guys.
They were pulling a Payday 2 heist on that shop owner. He just had no idea. That's why they were dressed nicely.
Yeah.
Just to
It's
rob
like
the store
coffee
later.
shop.
Yeah.
It's so fucking nothing.
The high-powered robbery, you know?
I brought a minigun to rob this coffee shop.
Please. Even robberers have high standards, okay?
Robberers.
Robberers.
But yeah, that was like the only thing about that. That was just like very weird and stuff. But we ended
I
up.
swear that you pay way too much attention to random things happening, and your
It
like
was
imagination, your imagination is
weird.
just like, because I like never notice anything weird happening in my
Also,
life,
my
but like
phone-
every
my
single
phone
time
was
we
dead.
talk, you come in, you're like, dude, some like weird dude popped up last week. He was like smoking a cigarette and like his arm, he didn't have an arm, and like it was insane.
Yeah, I didn't talk about people's disabilities, man. That's rude.
Do you? Do you?
That's mean of
Do
you,
you
man.
not?
That's mean of you.
It's mean of me.
It's mean of you.
I'm sorry, but who has the the live footage of you making fun of people with disabilities at
I
Level Up
didn't
Expo?
make
Who was
fun
that?
of anybody. I didn't make fun of anybody.
No, of course not. When you almost walked into the person with the wheelchair and you shouted out at top of your lungs like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I almost ran into this person who's disabled."
I didn't. No, that's not true. That's not real.
And then when we were walking, I was
not
commenting on some cosplayers, and you were like, "Hey, look, guy in a wheelchair," just out of nowhere. Like
Well, it's
that didn't happen. That wasn't recorded and
No,
edited
it
into a
didn't
video
happen.
that which
That's-
you the viewer can watch right now.
It's actually not real. That's actually a fake audio you made yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I never said those words. That's just a fake audio that you made yourself because you're trying to cover up what actually happened with Donald Trump and Mar-a-Lago.
Oh yeah. What did happen then? Huh? What's your theory about it?
He was doing trade secrets. Obviously.
Was he trading secrets with
Yes, obviously.
China?
Well, no, he fucking hates China because he's fucking racist. I don't know why we're trying to act like, no, Donald Trump's not racist. He doesn't see race. He's here for all of us. It's like
He doesn't see race. He hates
No.
everyone.
he demonized people from Mexico. He called like all of them rapists and shit. Like, what the fuck? Does nobody remember that?
What are you talking about, James? Dude, what are you talking about, James?
That was in a public speech where he called them
Dude,
all
I think
rapists.
you're just projecting, dude. I think you're just
No, I'm not though. This is real.
This is real, I swear.
This is like when Dick Cheney's daughter was like, "No, waterboarding isn't torture."
No, I don't want to be named Penis Cheney. Sorry, I just had to make that like kid
No,
joke.
you can't. You can't call me cock.
No, you can't call me Cockhead Cheney.
Cockney. By the way, Dick Cheney's daughter, Liz Cheney, I think her name is, or
Yeah.
Lisa Cheney, fucking horrible person.
Yeah? What are you talking about, dude?
Literally, like the moment her sister came out as being gay, she's like, "No, gay people should not get married." And then like she only does stuff because she thinks it'll like further like people.
Hey, it's just
liking
it's
her.
just a
Like, she
sibling.
literally sold-
It's just
she
a
literally
sibling.
sold out family. Like
It's just a sibling japing around with their family members. Like, come on, everyone does it. Your siblings do it to you. It's all good jest. It's just a jest.
yeah, this
James,
is why
come
I
on.
haven't come out to my siblings.
Funny Jabe, dude. I'm sure if you James, I'm sure if you came out to your siblings, they'd make it into a funny Jabe and everything will be just fine.
No,
They won't tell you to wear masks so they don't catch monkeypox or whatever.
they would, and they'd be serious.
No, James, you're just imagining things again. Literally, just imagining things like you do
But-
with a lot of stuff.
So back to LA. We went to a place called Alamo Draft House to watch a showing of The Thing, the original version.
Yeah.
and it was good movie. Uh, I when they told me that they did like drinks and stuff there, I was just expecting like just like regular beers and stuff, so I wasn't expecting to get anything. But they had like a bunch of mixed drinks, and it was just a lot of fucking wild shit. Like they had a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang like named one. They had a
Shitty Bang Bang.
yeah, that's like a really old movie.
Hmm. Okay.
They had a Chitty Chitty Bang Bang named one. They had like a bunch of weird ones that were like references to movies and stuff. And then they had a wall of like board games you could play, and they had Secret Hitler as one of them. I'm like, man, I really wish we could just play Secret Hitler right now, but there's only 4 of
Secret
us.
Hitler is a board game?
Yeah. Have you never played it?
I've never even heard of it.
It's
What's
great.
it about?
So you're Hitler.
So the year is 1945.
You're Hitler.
And you're Hitler.
But yeah, so it's like you have a bunch of liberals, you have fascists, and then one of the fascists is Hitler. Only the fascists know who Hitler is. Hitler does not know who the fascists are. And
Hitler
liberals
doesn't even know he's Hitler.
no, Hitler knows he's Hitler, but he doesn't know who the other fascists are. The fascists know who each other are and who Hitler is, and none of the liberals know who anyone is. So they have to guess, and it's like just a kind of game of like you have to get to a certain point. You can start eliminating and shooting people. There's a president. There's a chancellor. It's a really fun game.
So it's basically Among Us.
Kinda, yeah, but with Hitler.
But a bit more dangerous.
Yes. But they start playing like Cards Against Humanity and stuff while we were drinking and everything, waiting to play the movie. They had fucking N64 Pokemon game playing on like a projector in one corner of the room. They had a bunch of like arcade cabinets. And it was just really fun. And then upstairs, so we were on the 3rd floor of like a shopping mall.
Mm-hmm.
And inside of this movie theater, there's another upstairs that leads you to the movie theater. Because downstairs is just like a gaming and like just general enjoyment area and stuff.
Sure.
And it's like a bar and everything, and like you open tabs and stuff, and they take your ID if you want to play any games.
Mm-hmm.
But upstairs you can like go into the movies, and dude, they just like have a full on like kitchen that they make like real food in.
So a kitchen, a normal kitchen.
Yeah, but not like a movie theater kitchen, like kitchen, like a real kitchen.
We don't call the movie theater kitchen a kitchen, okay? It's a concession stand.
But JD, I'm not getting like fucking shitty pretzels from Suncoast. I'm getting like a full-on pizza.
Hey, okay, the pretzel bites are amazing, and you can't.
No, they aren't, JD. They're stale as shit, and that cheese sucks. I can't stay silent.
I haven't eaten any yet, so.
They're not great. I really like pretzels, but man, I can't fucking eat those anymore. Anytime I go, I'm like, oh, I should get them. I'm like, no, you know what they are.
Well, that's just your opinion, James.
It's the truth. But anyways, they had like you could get a pizza, you could get like burgers, chicken sandwiches, fucking really whatever you wanted essentially and stuff. You could get like Red Bulls, you could get beers. They had like a whole assortment of drinks and everything. And I ended up getting a pizza based on the movie Nope.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's the Jordan Peele movie, right?
Yeah, I watched that, by the way. It's really good.
Oh, did it come out already?
Yeah, it's been out.
I didn't know.
I went to Suncoast and
you know
saw
me,
it.
James. I don't really keep up with that kind of stuff.
Oh wait, no, actually, I went to Red Rock.
Oh,
It was very
would you
hard
look
to
at
get
that?
in there. It's an experience I didn't like.
Oh, I'm sure you didn't, and I'm sure you didn't
didn't-
just totally forget, walk or stroll right on in like you own the place.
I longingly looked at the food court, thinking, "Wasn't there Sbarro's there?"
Thinking, man, I'm kind of hungry.
Man, I could really go for some Panda Express.
And that guy kind of looks like Andrew Tate.
Yeah, that guy kind of looks like my friend Andrew who died. Oh wait.
Wait a minute.
Wow, 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 wow.
Oh, no. Oh, wait, did the first episode of She-Hulk come out?
Yeah, it came out. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it either. I was strolling through my feed and I see a bunch of reviews for it. Can you guess what the reviews are like? The titles?
Like it. Oh no.
Wait,
More
so
like
She-Hulk review
MGU.
episode 1, an abomination. I see what you did there. Made for wine mobs and Uh, P, something with P that starts with P that's censored. Envy? Penis
Pussy?
envy, maybe?
Oh yeah, yeah. I wonder if people ever read any of the fucking She-Hulk comics before, before
Mother,
making these,
Mother of
before making
God.
these comments.
Mother of God, She-Hulk was so much worse than expected and gets roasted online as reviews tank. And the thing, the title of the thumbnail is maximum cringe. I believe that it's cringe. I probably think
I'm sure
it's
it's an
probably
MCU
cringy.
project. It's probably cringe in some sort of way.
Yeah, yeah. I haven't watched it either, so I have no idea.
I don't know. I haven't watched it either. I've been trying to get my dad to watch it. And he's like, no.
No, we gotta
watch it.
finish Riverdale.
You gotta
Okay,
watch
finish
the
Riverdale
movie
first.
about Elvis and how they don't acknowledge he was a pedophile.
We gotta watch the Michael
You gotta
Jackson
watch Elvis,
documentary
where they colorize
where
and
he
steal black
admitted
people
he
culture and
admitted
how
to
he's not
touching
a
children.
pedophile.
Okay, we need to watch the Michael Jackson
He's
documentary
not a
where
Christian.
he admitted to touching children.
Hey, he never said that. He said he let them sleep in his bed while he slept in his sleeping bag.
Right. That's what it was.
The most insane sentence known to man.
You know, I believe it.
I can't. No. I can't believe that Michael Jackson doesn't have a spare bedroom that he could have just referred to. Not that
He could have slept in, or I don't know. I didn't need to sleep in the same room, but
No, I know.
whatever.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he could have made that story sound any other way.
You say that, James, but I mean, if there was random children sleeping in your room, you'd probably sleep in the same room. So I don't know, man.
I do have a child sleeping in my room. My cat fucking annoys me.
Well, then just kill it. Just kill it, dude.
Jay, there's a shelf right above my bed because that's not where my bed used to be.
And if that shelf fell and your cat was underneath it,
No, shelf fell.
Yeah,
because something fell off at once, and it was a trophy from when I was like a kid. That would have gone straight into my fucking head if I hadn't sat up. But one of my cats really likes to climb on me and then try to get on that shelf, and that shelf is gonna fall, and it's gonna fall on my fucking head.
And then you die from it, and then
I die from
I'll
it.
be at your funeral, and it'll be your tombstone's like, look at what a fucking loser, you died from his cat.
What a fucking nerd. Yeah, and then the shelf of Gundams above it.
And then I got to make the final episode of Crash Shoot on my own, being like, yeah, my co-host died because his cat jumped onto this shelf above his bedroom and killed him.
No, Jay, remember, you're going to continue on with the ghost of me played by Noah.
Like, I bring on a new co-host, sounds completely different, but I use the same avatar, and I call him James too.
Yeah, you have a very shitty drawing of a ghost wisp under my character, and you made it translucent. But yeah, I'm not surprised people are upset with She-Hulk. I mean, people were fucking upset that any female ever shows up at all. So it's a show for wine moms. No shit. Fucking. What did you have you not touched a She-Hulk comic? Do you not know what the character what do you think this is?
Listen, okay, the largest She-Hulk demographic, the largest She-Hulk fan demographic is in fact wine mobs. So
it really is, because that's who it was made for.
Yeah, but did wine moms actually watch She-Hulk? Or was it just a bunch of sweaty fat nerds again? They were like, ooh.
Per usual.
Ooh, ripped female abs. Which aren't bad. They aren't bad.
In that gif that you sent me of her flexing,
Yeah.
muscles are a bit bigger.
Or her shouting.
Yeah.
Or doing the Shia LaBeouf do it pose. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, where she's going, let's go.
Yeah.
Buff
Oh yeah,
muscles.
yeah. It does look a bit buffer. Mm-hmm.
She's buffer. Which is all I wanted.
It's
all I want.
It's great.
Is a big thick.
She's wearing an I Love Mexico shirt. Is she Hispanic? I don't know.
No, the actress is not. I know that for sure.
Oh,
She is
okay.
white. But I think that they're in Mexico because for some reason they keep putting Hulk in Mexico.
Well, it's just because he can just rage
No,
all he
JD, I
wants in
don't
Mexico,
know
man.
because they've done this several times in the movies, and this isn't a character trait.
No.
in the comics.
Okay.
No, JD, I'm being genuine.
It's
I don't know what the
representation.
obsession
Would you
is.
want
It
him to
makes
put
no
him up in
sense.
white suburb New York or something? What's? What do you want, James? What do you want here?
All I'm saying is this is a very weird thing that they keep doing in the movies that makes no sense because it's this weird hyperfixation they have.
Oh, sure, James, sure.
JD, it's not a thing in the
Dude,
comics.
I think you're just projecting. That's just gonna be my.
Anytime I
It's
talk
gonna be
about
my
anything
argument
involving,
for literally anything
anytime
now.
I ever bring up Mexico, because that's the only time
Anytime you
keep
bring up
saying it.
anything, I'll just be like, "Oh, you're just projecting."
Yeah, so I think that people really want to hurt me. I think you're just projecting. Yeah, I really think Trump was doing insider trading. I think you're projecting.
Dude, I think you've been doing insider trading. You're projecting, man.
Yeah, man, I've been selling to the other companies who do our hyper-specific task.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not surprised people are upset with She-Hulk. They were gonna be upset no matter what because it's just
Oh, yeah.
it's a
Obviously.
woman thing. So people are gonna be like, it's female Hulk, and it's like, yeah, it is. No shit.
Yeah, it's
Look at
just
fucking
Hulk.
big-
It's just Hulk, but female.
Yeah,
So-
and not a fucking dumbass.
And also, but it's like
A
Hulk,
lawyer.
but all the fun sapped out of it because she has like full consciousness or whatever.
Right, and that was always the thing is that Jennifer Walters, which is She-Hulk, she's always been able to be like fully conscious and stuff, and it's just like
I want to
yeah.
see a raging monster, but that's just not what we get.
that's literally never been the character. But okay, man.
Would you say that I'm projecting?
Me at every person who's like, why does she understand it so easily? It's like, well, that's always been her fucking thing is that she was just never like Bruce. She was this timid loser who had like an angry dark side, which is literally what the Hulk is. It's literally this other person, and Jennifer Walters was just never that.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Like mauled, I guess, but this I don't know what you expected.
You know what, James? I think I'll watch and start molding too. I'll mold here on this. Actually,
you're gonna go
I'll
look at the truck rants and stuff.
The next Crapshoot episode, I'll be in my Ford truck in live video molding about the new episode of She-Hulk.
Can you please drive to the Suncoast
I'll
parking garage and just film a video of yourself molding over She-Hulk? Like full Ryan Cannell style.
Yeah, I'll do it like that dude the dude in the video you sent me, but I'll say like word for word,
Ryan
but
Cannell.
like copy pasta, but I'll replace some words with She-Hulk instead. So
Yeah, just make it She-Hulk instead. That's gonna be great. Oh yeah, I forgot. His rant was just the fact that Catwoman was black.
right, yeah, that was it.
It's literally like, yeah, again.
It's none of the other like negative points of the movie where it's like too slow, too dark. No. Well, I guess too dark in a certain way.
Wow, JD. A Batman movie too dark? Oh no.
It was too dark. I couldn't see shit.
No.
I came to watch a movie, not to listen to a podcast, James. I need to be able to see stuff.
I came to watch a movie, not play any level and hunt down
James,
Freeman.
I am blind, dude. It was like playing that. It was like playing that one level in Hunt Down the Freeman where I didn't know how to turn on the flashlight.
You mean all levels.
I didn't know how to turn on the night vision, so we had to like walk around in this floor in total darkness.
By the way, I learned that at the beginning of the game, you're supposed to walk backwards to pick up a knife. I don't think we did that.
No, I think we had a knife.
Did we? Okay, because I just don't remember us going like because apparently.
But I just never used the knife because you'd never like run out of bullets.
There's so many things about that game that were just so wrong.
But so right. And if
Also,
you haven't watched, well, maybe you should title it Hunt Down the Freeman thing, huh?
Hunt down the murder room.
Hunt Down the Murder Room. Well,
Hunt down the suicide note.
Jesus Christ, James. Well, that'll be it
Okay,
then,
hold
huh?
on. Wait, no, I had a little bit more.
Okay, what? Huh? What do you have to add?
I want to dunk on Hunt down the Freeman a little bit more.
Sure.
I can't believe that the only female character in that fucking game who has a speaking line is the guy's daughter who like says two things and then gets shot in the fucking head.
Oh, right. I never really paid attention to it. But they just didn't have a lot of representation, now did they?
No, they literally. So the only character of color at all in that game is Nick, who is the British guy, and you can't even really tell he's Asian. It's
No,
like
I didn't know he was Asian until you told me just now.
also, he's like the only one who visibly ages when they like do the 20-year time skip, and he's like bald.
Boy, does he not? Does he age like fine milk?
Yeah, like fucking Mitchell just shaves his head and Adam just slicks his hair back. But Nick fucking goes bald, gains 30 pounds, and has like the deepest lines in his face. Like, it's so wild, and I can't tell if it's because like in story Mitchell and Adam aren't supposed to age because of the deals they made with G-Man, but I
Yeah,
don't think the
well,
writer I don't think the writer was that clever, JD.
Unlike your horrible obsession with people's races and minorities in the media, I didn't even notice that there wasn't that much representation Hunt Down the Freeman. And you know what? I don't really care that much either.
There was
And
a
you know what?
character.
You don't have to have a lot of representation to have a good medium.
Hold on, I'm still talking.
Yeah, what do you got to say?
There's a character I don't think we like really acknowledged. His name was Larry. He was part of like the military guys when they had the Keemstar on the radio scene.
Uh-huh.
And he's played by a black guy, but his character model is white as fuck, and he has a very discernible voice where it's like if you know who he is, you're like, huh.
What are you trying to say? He sounds like again? Like in terms of race?
Well, he doesn't sound black, but he has a very he's a very high pitched voice and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's like once you hear it and like you know who it is, it's like, oh yeah, that's who that is. And it's like, they're really white though. It's like how in Halo 3 ODST, every character has white hands, despite the fact that there's a Mexican character, there's a black character, and like
well, it's like how it's just that thing where I just never really notice it. Like a lack of representation in case the story is just great. It's like One Punch Man, right?
Little details for
like One Punch Man has like no female character. There's like 2 female characters in One Punch Man, right?
And I'm gonna be honest, I thought they were the same character because they both look the exact
well, they're
same.
sisters.
Oh yeah,
yeah, they're sisters.
You're right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Of course, they look the same. They're siblings.
Forgot.
And also, they don't really look the same because one of them's a lolly and the other one is a bit more busty.
They both have the same
they have the same face, sort of.
Hair. They both have the same outfit and hair though. And
their outfit is similar, and their hair is similar too, and their face is kind of similar.
They both do the exact same thing.
It's because they're siblings.
Forgive me.
Yeah, and they have the same powers because they're siblings.
Hold on, JD. Just because they're siblings doesn't mean anything. In Ruby and
and you're telling me that makes more sense than if siblings were to look more like each other?
Ruby and Yang, while being sisters, have very different styles because they're not the same fucking person. Even for Ruby, Weiss, and Winter.
You hear all those twins, all those fuck all you twins out there. That's what Jay's.
There were no twins, but they're not twins, JD, are they? They're not. In Ruby, Winter and Weiss, despite being raised by the same parents, being raised in the same sort of militaristic monochrome style, they both have very different outfits and personalities. They are not the same fucking people, unlike the characters of One Punch Man. I rest my case, Your Honor.
Are you saying they act the same too? I can't believe you. It's like you almost never watched it.
Go back to where this all started. It's really wild how we hired that voice actress to do those 2 lines just to get shot in the fucking head.
I think it was pretty funny. If I remember that correctly, we both burst out laughing when that happened.
Oh, she gets shot in the head, and then Todd Howard steps out of the shadows and he goes, "Mitchell, run!"
Yeah, that's what it was. He stepped out of the shadows and he says, "Mitchell, run!" But I think we dubbed over. We were like, I guess she was just not 16 times the detail.
I guess she just wasn't 16 times.
If you don't know the inside joke, because we made Mitchell into Todd, because I said he looked like Todd Howard, so we just started doing a Todd Howard like he does with his hairstyle. Exactly like him. Yeah, and then we just started mocking him. And I think Fallout 76 was a big topic when we had at that time. Oh, yeah.
We had done a never gonna be released Sword Art Online parody.
Yeah.
I forget the fucking a bridge, and a big joke in it was that we just kept making Todd Howard like 16 times the detail jokes.
Dude, anytime I see a new video game release, 16 times the detail. Always
I remember I had made a South Park-ish character who has like just a head that like splits in half as they talk and like bobs up and down.
I love how I've never even played a Bethesda game, but I just know about it.
I've learned that they're all built in the same gaming system, which is why it's always broken.
They use about the same game engine every time.
30-year-old gaming engine.
Like I've never played any of the Fallout games. Never played Skyrim.
Dude, the fucking UI when you open up the gaming engine to look at the files, it's so fucking outdated. It's so bad.
It's like Payday 2 outdated. They're just using the completely wrong game engine.
Yeah, but at least Payday 2 isn't like a game built on like several games built on the same engine. It's just one game built on an engine not made for it.
Yeah.
But it still works at least.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I guess that's it then, right? For now.
Oh, by the way, in Payday, why do the characters have like really tiny arms?
Do they have tiny arms?
When you go to like the screens when you're like changing up your character and stuff, and if like choose a different outfit, just because I like doing like the little jokes of like here's the Santa outfit and stuff sometimes.
Man, it's just that one thing. I don't think they have small arms. It's just that one thing you do, James, where you say like,
genuinely,
"Oh, what's wrong with this character's proportions?" But like you say like, "Oh, Thanos' face is small for his head or something," and I'm like, "It doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like it."
Genuinely, though, that is a thing.
No one I've ever talked to about it has said that.
If you compare Thanos and Hulk's face, you'll realize that Thanos has a really small face, while Hulk has like more properly proportioned face and stuff.
Well, Hulk just has a big face.
Yeah, because he has a fucking big head. Because he's a big person.
Yeah, he's bigger than Thanos, dude.
Thanos has a normal human-sized face on a Hulk-sized body, and it looks like tiny and squished. He has small
up
ears
to you,
and, like,
dude.
No, he has small ears and like super skinny fingers, despite being like that fucking thick of a person. It's like that's not how that works.
They actually mapped Josh Brolin's face 1-to-1 onto Thanos' head.
I really think they did. I'm not joking. I think they did. But no, this has always been a complaint of mine with like Thanos, is that like when he does that snap.
Okay, James. You know what? This episode's going on for too long. If you guys enjoyed, you should like, subscribe. You can catch us every Sunday. That's also, when this episode drops.
Above that She-Hulk gif and the Green Goblin out in my gif, it almost looks like the straight pride flag behind the guys as they're vaporized. just a quick thing.
And yeah, so if you always check us out every Sunday. If you like James, you can find him in the description.
Yeah,
you can watch his videos that were last uploaded like 5 months ago. So they're pretty interesting, even though it's been discontinued indefinitely. Maybe.
I really like how you guys did a podcast and you didn't stop after 100 episodes.
I told you, James, it's pretty rare for a podcast to last this long.
I was really tempted to comment under it, like, yeah, man, good thing no one's ever done that.
Just saying, James, how many podcasts have you seen that are like not that popular and last over 100 episodes weekly?
So there's there's the wow, you're right.
Here's the crap shoot every Sunday. That's right, James.
Every Sunday.
We'll see you next time.
One time.
Bring us out, James.
Mitchell, run.